a little update on your bills. Which ones are still going? Which ones aren't? What's happening?
It's really exciting to be at this phase in the legislative process. I have two bills still moving forward. House Bill 1156, which is for local elections and ranked choice voting. Very excited to have just moved it out of appropriations. This is my first time moving a bill out of appropriations. So that was an exciting part of the process, and now will be reviewed in rules. And this policy is looking at giving some more tools at the local level for options for equitable elections. So really excited to be working with advocates all over Washington State as that continues to make its way through the process, as well as House Bill 1331 for equity in impact fees for childcare centers. So that is now in rules, waiting for a second pull, and looking forward to talking about that one hopefully on the floor this leg session. So very excited about that, and just got to meet with a bunch of local advocates and childcare providers in district to talk through some of the considerations there as they continue to give care to our children. And I know this will be really impactful, not only for my neighbors here in the 37th, but throughout Washington State.
And you are also co-sponsoring a few bills. Can you tell us a little bit about where those are?
Yes, I put a big priority in thinking through co-sponsoring this leg session on policing justice bills, bills that centered around racial equity, and pieces around progressive revenue and really shifting our taxation system to turn our upside down tax code right side up. I was really honored to co-sponsor an oversight bill with Representative Johnson in policing justice space that's looking at civilian oversight, which means neighbors coming together and having oversight over policing process and systems, and have been glad to see that bill continue to move forward. It's a really important bill to start to bridge some of the discontent between community and police, and start to have the conversations that we know we're going to need to have for policing justice to match the expectations of community. It was a policy built with neighbors throughout Washington State who've been impacted by violence in policing, and are really giving some clear thought about how community voice can make a difference. So very excited to see that continue to move forward. And then I've also co-sponsored with Representative Davis the Pathways to Recovery bill, really starting to ask questions about what it is to wrap folks who have substance use disorder in care instead of criminalization, and looking at decriminalizing individual use so that we can actually, instead of having folks get citations or be taken into systems of incarceration, to start having them move into systems of recovery. That bill has stopped in the legislative process, but we're continuing conversations with community about what it'll look like to continue that work. And that, again, is a policy that came directly from folks impacted by substance use disorder, family members, loved ones, and others who are thinking through what are the solutions that really wrap care around our communities. So an equity issue that's also about changing our healthcare and behavioral health systems, which is so important, particularly right now, as we understand with COVID how communities have been impacted.